Good morning.
So, let's start off. How about an update from you, Amit?
Yes, John. So today there was some pull request comment from Jerry. So I fixed those comment like it was related to for profile pic. First time add the profile pic notification,
Mhm.
and yeah, so I tested it. Notification is getting fired, but when clicking on this notification, I think Ismail is there.
Not
So
yet.
he has a new route, new deep link. I think it will work with only the new app, not with the latest one.
Okay, Ismail's not here yet. What do you have a question for? Him?
No,
Which
no, no. No, I don't have any question, but I was saying that this deep link is will be available with the new release only, not with the old one.
new architecture?
No, new or not the new architecture, the new so like he created new deep link for the redirect the notification into edit profile page.
Okay,
Yeah, so that will work with the only the new version of the app.
okay, sounds good.
And then after also like I upgraded TMDB version 4 API. It's working. I'm testing all each and every endpoints. Then I will create the pull request for it.
Okay, great. What else?
Yeah, these two things from my side.
All right. Thank you, Amit.
Thank you.
Jerry, how's it going? Let's get an update.
Yeah, got a lot of little different things done. So I met with Ismail. We tested out the payment stuff for the streak freezes, streak renewals. That is working. Um, I think he's just making some more changes, and I have to check some things on the store version, like on the Play Store, to make sure that the products are configured properly. I'm gonna have to do a check and make sure. I think we might have to do a review for the products. Like we have to submit like an app review. Maybe we don't need an app version.
Mhm.
So if we don't have a version that's in review, now might be a time to submit just those prices, those products for
Mhm.
review. I'll
Okay.
yeah, I'll send you what the current prices are for them. They'll have to get approved though. So
When you say prices,
like
what
like what each price currently is, what we have them set as. Since we
for?
have to get them reviewed, I'll
Mhm.
have to submit them, and then if you want to change them, we can't change them without getting re-reviewed.
I see. Okay, I think we have to submit a build to get things approved like that, unless it was on a product page.
No, it's not a product page, but I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if we can do it without a build.
Okay.
Because it
Yeah.
would be better if we did it without a build because we we don't have this feature. Obviously, gonna it's not going to be in an immediate build. So to get that approved by itself would probably help. Now, aside from that, got the live-in reminder. So when the live-in invitees do not respond, we're sending them a follow-up SMS at 48 and 96 hours following the initial registration if they haven't signed up yet.
What was the time frame again?
We have one that goes out at 48 hours, so 2 days, and then one at 96 hours, so 4 days if they haven't
Okay.
responded.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe we should do a little further away, like 5, 6, 7 days. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's leave it as it is for now.
mm,
Okay.
we'll see. I've been running the number of bookings, and I think since in the past week that I've only seen like maybe 10 bookings. I don't know like when their season picks up, or is it just like this just steady flow throughout the year?
I think so. I think it probably picks up gradually and then gets accelerated closer to the spring break.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious about that. So I looked in that, and whenever I was deploying that, that's when I had noticed that the server that sends the schedule notifications wasn't working for the past few days. And the reason that none of the error logs signed off, like none of the errors alerted, was because the server had the hard drive on it was full, and it was like in a lock state to where it wasn't responding to anything. It wasn't,
Really?
yeah. So, and I tried to restart the server, and then the server just like shut itself back down.
How many days did this go on?
It looked like it was just since the past weekend. Like,
But I mean, I've been getting notifications. What notifications were?
there's scheduled notifications, so it's usually like when people onboard, we have
Uh,
those notifications that we send them
I
like
see.
after they onboard, or if like you have a friend, like you have an invite accepted,
Okay, right,
those
yeah.
push notifications. Yeah, because
Well, the one where your friend, that's not a scheduled one.
it's
Okay.
when you have an invite accepted. If you have a friend that onboards, or if you have an invite accepted, those notifications are scheduled like 2 minutes post onboarding.
Oh, right.
They
Okay.
all sent out last night when I turned it when I got the server back on. Like, I have a script actually already on hand that can rebuild the server. So
Okay.
it's, it wasn't hard to get it back up, but I'll need to find a way to start identifying that particular case where the server becomes in such a state that it can't alarm anything that something has occurred.
Yeah, that's crazy. What and why did the hard drive fill up?
It was a small drive. It was just log files.
Log files filled it. Well, that's probably what triggered the whole problem, right?
Well, yeah, it was log files. Like, it wasn't errors.
Yeah.
It was just logs. Like,
But I mean, if the hard drive gets completely full, that caused the whole thing to seize up.
yeah,
Okay. So it's
and
not
you
like there's some problem with our functions or anything.
no, it's that literally it was an 8 gigabyte hard drive that's been running for like a year, consistently having logs written to it every second, every day. So,
Right.
um, I'm gonna have to build in a log cleanup function and probably just some third party source that can ping the server and alert if that goes unresponsive.
Yeah, or there may be some any alert that tells you when the hard drive's down to like 15% capacity, let's say.
Well, I mean, it's yeah, hard drive log monitoring, and also if the server just becomes unresponsive, because like I
Well, yeah.
couldn't boot up the server. Like, if I tried to boot, like, I could not get any logs out the server. I couldn't get anything out of it. I was like, well, at least I have a script to rebuild it because it's just completely deadlocked.
Wow. What
Yeah.
if you had just this is a virtual server, right?
Yes, you can expand the hard drive, but
Yeah.
that doesn't matter because you
Mhm.
have to expand the partition when you expand the drive.
So you couldn't just buy some extra hard drive space and buy your way out of it at
No,
that point.
no,
You were stuck. It was stuck. I see.
yeah, no. And again, just for the record, I hadn't done excessive research into it just because I had a script on hand to
Mhm.
rebuild the server.
Okay.
So I didn't do that much time into it. I just got it working.
No, cool. Yeah, that's good. It's just interesting though that it's not a matter of just simply doubling the hard drive space.
Yeah.
Everything comes back to life.
Yeah, in AWS, when you expand the hard drive beyond the initial capacity,
Yeah,
you have to access the machine, and then you have to tell it to recognize the new hard drive space.
I see.
It doesn't just auto add.
Wow. Okay. Well, good catch and good fix. So you feeling pretty comfortable as of now?
Yeah, yeah, for now, yeah. Or I mean, it ran for like a year. I also, like, instead of 8 gigabytes, I gave it 16 gigabytes of hard drive space.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So
again, the other one lasted almost a year, so I have time to figure out a better fix.
okay. Okay. Sounds good. What else you got?
Um, I found an optimization in like the trending check-ins query. I applied that earlier. I'm seeing that it looks good. I haven't had any Sentry flare-ups lately for it. Uh,
Okay.
so I'm
To
just gonna
make just to make that run faster when someone goes lands on that page.
yeah. I think it's like we call a whole bunch of queries on that screen because it's like we call all four categories at the same time, which I
Uh-huh.
don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe that's something that we could change, but like all four categories are loaded when you open like that entertainment check-in screen.
Hmm. Okay. Um. Well. Yeah. Well. I think we need it because if you rotate the wheel, you want to see. You don't want to have to wait for it to load. We'd have to take a closer look at that. I think there's a reason
Or
to load.
maybe not. But there are multiple queries that are being ran. I
Mhm.
mean, it still takes it's not crazy long. So like the little spinner only makes one full rotation before everything loads in,
Hmm.
but we got a spinner on it.
Okay, that's true. Okay, so then we don't need to load them all.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks fine. I'll take a look maybe if we get any other strain periods.
Hmm.
And there's just some more Sentry stuff we need to do, but I'm just going to be adding in some extra monitoring today, just particular that server that went down, and just some other areas like database related to make sure nothing goes out of whack.
Okay, cool. What else you have going on?
One last thing I know Chantel's been asking me for it is I need to figure out how to get us through with the Facebook review for um, like running ads. I think that might be a separate review from the WhatsApp, which we're still
Running ads. We're in review to run ads.
well. Yeah, I think we have to get approved as an application, and then once it's like a way that we can have a tighter integration that if we run ads on Facebook and directly link it to the ad, it
Hmm.
has better conversion tracking.
I see.
They can optimize for downloads better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see if there's some way I can decouple that in the WhatsApp integration because I'm trying to figure out still what Facebook's looking for here. Um, they they almost like want a build of the app to test themselves with the WhatsApp integration,
Interesting.
and then they're talking about they need two-way messaging between Circles and WhatsApp,
What does that mean? Two-way messaging.
like basically an external chat. How we have external chat in
Uh-huh.
SMS, it's almost like they want it built for WhatsApp as well.
Huh.
It's the scope is expanding, and I'm
Hmm.
trying to figure out the best way to to explain it to them or get past it.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, let's let's get as much as we can from them, like as much permissions as as much tracking and approvals for anything we can get.
I,
It's
I
just so interesting. This whole thing's really crazy to me. Like that the guy at the influencer agency, he had a couple staff send the link, invite, they accepted it, no problem. So yet the numbers are still so low relative to history. It's still don't get it. You know, maybe older. It must be old. I mean, we know the Chinese Android phones don't work. Um, the certain ones, and then maybe like just a bunch of older Androids. And then I just happen to be talking to people that have nicer, newer phones. So everyone I'm talking to is saying, yeah, everything's working fine. But I don't know. This is all theory. So, but that's why I want as much approval and permission access we can get
mhm.
from WhatsApp, Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I think to start, we're gonna try out the ad stuff to see if we can remove like if we can pause the WhatsApp review and then just do an ad review so Chantel and Danny can work on the ads. Uh, but I'm still like I said, we're still trying with the WhatsApp. It's just they're asking us to set up a lot more, and it requires us to almost put builds in the App Store that have certain feature flags enabled for a test user that we will give to them.
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah, we can. I mean, it's just
We
it's
already have product pages,
mhm.
and we could give them that. We can just modify one, and those don't need a build to go with it, unless we need a front
Yeah,
end change.
no, it needs a front end. It needs a bit of
Oh,
front end changing.
I
That's
see.
the thing is it's a bit of front end changes that also that require a build to be on the store
Mm,
and a test user. Like there are some hoops we're gonna have to jump through.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of what's taking that so long. So I'm gonna try to pivot to the ads, but just keeping you informed about the WhatsApp part.
Okay. Yeah. Keep me posted.
Okay. Yep. I think that's all I got.
Okay. Thank you, Jerry. Ismail, let's get your update.
Yeah, sure. So, yesterday was kind of working on the whatever when what we talked about in stand up. Um, so first of all, let me start with the two bugs. The first bug was the one that Chantel had with the groups. So basically, if you create a group, the key here is to create a group with zero members, and you go visit that group before you
Mhm.
add anybody to it. It'll have in it the last group you visited
Oh, okay. Only in the case where you created a group without the
without
members.
members. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So kind of an edge case.
Yeah, but I still figured out why and I fixed it. So now it should just show zero.
Nice job.
Okay. And then the other one was the one that Todd had. So that one is where if he clicks follow and it doesn't update the button right away.
Mhm.
Um, so interestingly enough, it looks like he's only having that problem on a fresh install. But if he closes the app and relogs in, or if he just closes the app and opens it again, then it doesn't happen. It only happens on a fresh install, which I'm not sure why. I tried to do a fresh install on my phone. I couldn't seem to reproduce it. So that one I still don't have a solution for because I can't reproduce it. But it looks like it's also kind of an edge case in terms of that on the first install, which still, I mean, I know that's an important one. We want it to be fixed. We want it to be working on the first time around for the user. But I'm still having a little trouble reproducing it. So that one, still working on. I kind of put it on the back burner for now because I wanted to finish up the the purchase stuff for Streak.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'll see today if I can reproduce it somehow, some way. Because without reproducing it, I'm just kind of guessing. So I want to see why it's the button is not responsive in that specific scenario.
Okay.
Um, Other than that, I was working on like the setting up the uh the stuff for buying streaks. And so this is like what I have so far. If we go, first of all, I need to fix this button. It seems like it's kind of hard to click on the actual flame. It keeps taking me to the profile.
Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot that's an issue just on your own profile, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if other people's, but on my profile, if I try to click the flame, it's really hard.
Yeah. What happened? Something changed over the last
Uh,
like.
yeah, I'm not sure, but I that's one thing I took note of because I'm struggling even with the mouse to
Um.
click on
Maybe
that thing.
Amin, you worked on this. Show Amin one more time, Ismail.
I mean, it's fine. It's that I just have to like find the click radius of this and increase it, so
Well,
it's nothing serious. But
well, wait.
I
I have more theories.
Mhm.
Because a couple things. There's the creator badge right there. That's new. I think I'm gonna have something to do with it. Like, what if you go to a profile that doesn't have the creator badge? I think it might
Mm,
be easier.
okay. Oh, mm, well, I guess these are all have it
Well, no, go to the one with the avatar. Yeah, that was.
without an avatar. Okay.
See,
Uh,
see how it's easier to
yeah, yeah,
click
yeah. You're
now?
right. You're right. It is the creator badge. Yeah, you're right.
Um, I mean, I would suspect it.
No, it is. It is because
Yeah.
see,
Right. Right.
and if you go here, if I click on the same place, it
Mhm.
works.
Okay. Right.
So it is that creator badge. That's a good catch.
Okay. Maybe it's easy enough without. I don't know if you have any questions for Amin, but
No, I'll figure it out. It's probably just the index. Like this probably has a higher index than that.
right.
you, you don't, I'm sorry, you don't even have to like play with the index, the z index, but like there's a pointer event. You can set that to none, so
Mhm.
that whole view would not like intercept presence. It's like it's called
Well,
pointer.
we want it to be clickable still if you click it here. It's just we don't want it
Mm.
where it
Okay,
covers the
yeah,
flame.
got it. Yeah, the z index, right? Works
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'll figure it out. It's no biggie. I just
Mm.
wanted to point it out. But yeah, when it comes to I just made this as a again since I don't have the Figma, I just kind of created this for it's for me to have something to visualize and work with. So if you click on it, it'll just bring up like the purchases here, and obviously I'm not logged in, so if we click on it, you can see that it attempts to go ahead and go with the purchase, but
I see.
and
So
on my physical phone, it would show my credit card, so it doesn't show this login.
imagine that everybody's gonna be logged in.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. What I'm saying on my phone, it shows the credit card. It shows
oh, okay.
like any other app. I mean, when you like, oh, double tap to purchase. That's what it shows on my
Right.
phone. But over here, because I'm not logged in, it shows this, but it's working. So this is just kind of me setting it up.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm gonna have to go through each product, find what name we want to give it, what description we want to give it. This is all placeholder. This is not like, well, the numbers are from like so this all gets fetched from the revenue cat dashboard or
Mm-hmm.
setup that we have. So this data, like these numbers, I don't control I'm fetching it from what's it called? Revenue cat or cat revenue? I forgot what it's called.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
Jerry mentioned too that we have to get approved for these prices through.
yeah, and Android, there's still more work to be done, but again, that's on the revenue cap part of things.
Okay.
And then we have a restore purchase, which I added, you guys should include in your design in the Figma design. And this would basically, if somebody uninstalls the app and reinstalls it, and they've made a purchase before, they can restore that purchase.
So like
And
if
we
the streak was on hold, let's say, frozen.
like let's say this is active for 24 hours or something,
Yeah.
and then they uninstalled the app and reinstalled it before the 24 hours are done, and they still want their streak freeze. It
Why
could
would
it
they? Why wouldn't it just happen in the background? The 24 hours just runs regardless.
it
You know,
probably will on the back end
'cause, like
side of things.
what I
But the
hear
restore purchases, well, I guess I don't know if any of these are valid for more than a single use, or
They
some of
should
them.
be single use. I remember that we would have that the 9.99 was the first one, and then if you purchase the 9.99, then the 19.99 is visible, and then the 29.99.
Yeah. So in that case, where these, so I'm still, kind of getting familiar with this library, but for example, I would assume if somebody, yeah, so like if you bought, so these won't all be visible at once. So maybe this one would be visible, and then like Jerry said, after you buy this one, then this one will pop up.
Mhm.
And so if I uninstall the app and reinstall it or get a new phone, there could be a chance where I'm seeing this again, even though I should be seeing this.
Mhm.
And I guess that's where the restore purchase would come in handy.
I have a question. It's if let's say you got the freeze, the streak freeze, the top one.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, that, and you're like 5 hours in, and then you delete the app. It still needs to keep running for 24 hours. Like just because it's not like 24
Well,
hours.
yeah, yeah, it's gonna
The
get triggered
back
on the
end would
back end
handle.
side. Like
Yeah,
the back end would register it
yeah.
as a
Okay.
freeze, so it will keep running. But what I'm saying is, for some, so
Mhm.
I guess it's more like I don't know if maybe we do this automatically. I don't know if that's a good idea. So like,
Why do we have to? If it's one time and tracked in the background, why does it need to ever be restored?
so because if you have, as again, sometimes you have one depending on the other. So like, if you have this one, the 9.99, if you buy it, then this one would pop up. Where if you had not bought this one will not pop up. So in that case, we'd have to verify that the user actually bought this to show them this. Um,
Um, I'd have to
which
look at Figma designs again because I don't remember.
I mean, I'm honestly not sure how this works. Jerry was just explaining to me from last time we talked about it, but I can't visualize it either because I don't. This again, this is all just placeholders. This is not.
Hey, I've been like watching the captions and I'm on another call. I think we need to look at the designs carefully again. John, me, you, Todd, Chantel. I started looking at them again yesterday, and I came up with a whole bunch of different edge cases. Like if we freeze the streak, how long can you freeze it for? Should there be a maximum? If you're reviving a streak, um, at what point does it notify the user that their streak went out and they can revive it? How much of a window of time are we giving them to revive it?
Yeah,
And
we had all that pretty well mapped out. Um, it's fairly straightforward. Um, it's just a matter of what do we want to charge at that point, and then like the two variables are how much do we want to charge, and then yeah, how much time do we want to allow, like what window of time where they can.
I've got some, yeah, I've got some notes on potential
But
option charging.
this doesn't look right because you wouldn't have three renewals available at one time. It
This
would,
is a placeholder, as I mentioned. This is just for me to
oh,
display the product simply. This is like this is just a
okay,
UI
okay.
that I made with AI, and it's not from Figma at all. This is just me
Gotcha, gotcha.
mapping out the products to just test them.
Okay, but yeah, I don't think why did you come up with this restore purchase button? What?
I didn't come up with it. This is like a option that you
Oh, the
know,
AI suggested it.
not the AI. It's like an option that's built in with pretty much all. We don't have to have it, but
I
it's just
imagine it would be good if we had like a monthly subscription. Then you would want to restore it. Um,
mm,
we don't have that.
yeah. Like
And
again, I'm not sure how these products work, and uh, depending on how they work, if each product triggers at something on the back end, then yeah, we probably won't. But if we have products relying on one relies on the other, as Jerry was saying, then maybe this could come in useful. Um, and again, we don't have to have this. It's just something that it depends on if we need it or not, depending on the use case, which I'm still not sure of because the Figma's not ready yet. Yes, I mean,
yeah, I was gonna say like that restore is helpful. Like if user deleted your app, you install the app and install it, the user need to restore the purchase manual. Like if you had like a purchase or subscription, well, that's how it's for iOS. Like if I like subscribe to an app, I deleted it. When I
yeah.
install it, they have to manually go and do the restore purchase.
I mean, are you saying in the case of like an recurring billing?
Yeah,
No,
Hold on one
well,
you know,
second.
like monthly billing. Like yeah, I use that. That's where like this restore purchase like
Yeah,
like,
that's usually only for monthly billing, like the
yeah.
purchase. Because see, we can because this will be mostly like kind of like consumables.
Right. It's like if we go buy like a upgrade in a game, it's a one-time purchase. You don't restore your
yeah,
purchase.
but yeah, no, actually, that's a good example for a restore because if it's like something that let's say you bought like a like a skin, right, and then you go
Oh,
and then
mm.
if it's not registered, if you delete the app and you come back and it's not there, you would want to restore that purchase because it's a one-time thing.
Why would
Well,
the back end
well,
store?
you're doing a consumable. This wouldn't be like a skin smell.
I know. I'm just saying why this would be useful in what case. Like, but and that's what I'm saying. For our use, if one depends on the other, right, then maybe it's useful. If none, if these are just one-time thing, you buy it and the backend registers it and you're done, then yes, I agree, we don't need it. But I remember you were saying if we buy this one would unlock after you buy this one or something like that. In that case, wouldn't we need to restore the purchase to view that this one has been
We
purchased, or from the back end we'll figure that out?
we can let the back end figure that out. I think.
Okay. Okay. I mean, again, this is not needed. It's just if again, I have to see how these work in real life, and I have to see what the behavior is after the Figma's done and we go over it because I'm honestly not sure how these are connected at this point. So again, it's just something we might use, we might not, but it's yeah, it's definitely not a
Okay.
must have.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't. Jerry, as long as we can maintain the information behind the scenes,
Hmm.
I don't think we need it yet. Like for unless we do some kind of recurring billing.
Right. Right. Do we? Um, Ismail, is there a query that runs on that page, like on that screen, to get anything related to the streak? I can get you
Uh, for these right here, like related
like
to
for that screen, not that drawer, but that.
this right here.
Or we're just using that from like the persisted user. So there's like no dedicated query on that screen.
Let me double check that for you. Streak screen. Um, it looks like we're getting it as a RAM from somewhere else. So let's see where that's coming from. Okay, so it looks like it comes from two places. One is a subscription that we have, and then the other one is a. Let's see here. There's a query. I don't know if it's a separate one or not. These are just because it's kind of
I can build
complicated,
you.
so I'm
I can
seeing where it's come from exactly. What's that?
I'll build you a query.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'll build you a query for this.
Yeah. Um, hmm. It looks like it's coming from a subscription mainly, which is weird that we have it coming from a subscription, but uh yeah, but we probably would have a separate query. I'll double check and I'll ping you if there's a dedicated query for
Mm-hmm.
Freak.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. So I need that Figma design sooner rather than later to really start implementing the other stuff. But I have the fundamentals down of buying and setting up the account and so on.
What Figma designs are you going off of? There are designs.
None at the moment. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Did you know that we do have designs?
Um, yeah, I talked to Chantel yesterday, and she's telling me that they're working on these designs, so they're not ready yet, and she was gonna slack them to me after they were ready. So, I mean, I spent all day just honestly setting this up where like
I think they're
when you
pretty
log
much
in, you have to set up the store for it to be purchased and stuff. So none
okay. I
time
don't
was
know why.
wasted, but now I need the designs to connect them.
Okay. I don't know why she told you that. They are pretty much ready to go. I'm sure there will be some tweaks, but they're not far off. And so the you already went in a direction with this modal, which is fine.
No, this is again, this didn't take up much time at all. This is just
Uh,
me to really visualize them and make sure they're working. I had AI build the actual UI of things. I just set up the brains for it to like wire it, so that I can now that I have this working where you can actually click and buy that was the tricky part that I was setting up yesterday. So
mm,
now that I have that working, I can set it up to any UI.
gotcha. Okay, cool. But yeah, take a look. You can have her send you a link to those designs, and they're pretty they're pretty well designed, I think, and it'd be very close to the final. So take a look at them, and then if you have any questions, let me know. We'll look at them today as well. But
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll Slack her again, see if she can send me a link. But yeah,
yeah,
I'll go off of that.
yeah, and I don't want her making any radical departures from what we had because I really liked where we left off with them. So yeah,
She
yeah,
hasn't
send
been
you a link for it.
watching her on Google Meets all day. Um, she'll send you the link, Ismail. She was trying to go over some potential edge cases, but she's not making changes to the designs.
Okay. Um, right. Like I said, there'll be some tweaks, and I wouldn't even consider them edge cases. They're more just decisions that we need to make on what what are the requirements.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I mean, unless you can think of any edge case that actually creates a unique situation, like a type of conflict that
Uh,
could break the system.
no, no, it was just stuff like exactly what you said, like how much are we going to charge, and
Yeah,
um,
okay.
what happens
Because
if
all
they?
that stuff that doesn't affect how these guys engineer it. Like that's just they just change the numbers.
Yeah, I don't think there's any design changes.
Right. So somewhere between you and Chantel and Ismail, it got lost in translation that we're making changes, but we're not. The designs are good to go.
Mm, okay. I mean, if that's the case, then yeah. Did you already speak to her? Or should I Slack her?
I spoke to her. I just messaged her and told her to send you the link. You should send you
Okay.
the.
All right, and I'll just be waiting for that link, and I'll go off of that.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then we'll worry about those variables along the way. And, but if something might jump out at you too, Ismail, if you see any issues with the designs, let me know.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I might have a few questions here and there, so I'll just ask around if in terms of if I see any potential problems in terms of like, oh, this doesn't make sense, or this won't work.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, great. Sounds good. Else? Anything else? Any more info you want to share?
No, just as I talked to Amin yesterday, I think build, the new build is pretty much good to go. So in terms of build 92, so I merged that code into development because I want to start.
Okay.
We have a few other PRs that are waiting for that to be
Right.
merged in, so we can merge those in as well.
Okay. Okay. And which ones are those?
So let me see here. We have I know Amin had okay. Looks like he already merged them in, and those were one of them was um the fingerprint one for iOS.
That's merged. Okay.
Yeah, and then we have another one which was the persist add item to onboard SOT.
Mm,
Um, and I
got
also
it.
merged in the deep link one, the edit profile deep link. So those three are now merged in after the other one.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and now we'll have the link preview one is ready. I have the PR, I mean, up if you want to review it. We might not merge it in yet, I mean, because we might need the new flash list for this to work. I mean, we can have it built to test it, see how it behaves. Just for us, and if if we see too much jumping as it loads, we can always wait for the new flash list. But you can it's the PR is up for review if you have any feedback on that. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, Ismail.
Mhm.
I mean,
Well,
are
that's
you there?
actually one thing I noticed
Oh,
yesterday. Maybe she'd want to add. There's no more clock on the streak screen. The new design doesn't have a clock on it.
when you say new design.
The one for this whole reclaiming your streak thing, there's like a whole new redesign to the streak screen, and it doesn't have a clock on it. It's got like badges you can earn based on the streak. Do you
Yeah.
remember what it's like?
Yeah. I think the current design we incorporated a clock that was not in the Figma designs. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because of the UTC situation. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll take a look at that today.
All right.
Is Amin here? Yeah.
Yeah,
Amin,
yeah,
so can we get your update?
yeah, sure. Yeah, before that, I just wanted to add up to the link reviews PR you just mailed it. Like I did like I went through it. It was not like a deep look, but like I went through it. I'll finish reviewing it today, but I just want to add up like about like the flash list with the jump in. So working on this new architecture and the new flashes, it's not just like having the new flashes. It's gonna fix all the jumps. It's still, yeah, we have to be following their rules because like, there is like some conflict that goes in there and how you lay out stuff and everything if you want to benefit from no jumping. So yeah, this is just for you, man, to keep in mind. Not just having the new flashes, it will automatically fix all the jumping issues. But yeah, other than that, yesterday I was
So, well, okay, that's good to know.
mhm.
But so what does that mean exactly? Like there may be some jumping issues, or
No, for like I fixed the jumping issues by like seeing all the real rules that we have to follow and the config. You have to have the correct config to not to see the jumping. There's no like a one config for all the apps. It seems like it depends on the use case, depends on your components and everything.
oh,
So
I
so
see.
that's why. Like I'm not sure if you guys had a chance to test the yesterday build that I did.
I did not realize you had a build yesterday.
Yeah,
Uh,
I sent like a Slack message, like late my time. I'm not sure what was that your time, but like yeah, I pushed the new build for iOS and Android with the new architecture, latest
okay,
flash
cool,
everything. So
great.
yeah,
It's going to
mhm,
be pointing to QA.
yeah, it's just QA.
Okay, great. I'll get that on my test phone. And what about for Android too?
Yeah, for Android should, and that's what I was like focusing on yesterday. Is like to get the Android build too. Yeah, I got some issue like build errors mainly because of our library. So there's the library we use for the tracks, the track player, which is goes for like podcasts and everything. So that library, it just like released the new version that's compatible with the new architecture. It they calling it like an alpha. It's not like a beta, but like so that's what I was trying to get to work. So we need to test that on Android, specifically on Android,
And what does that library control?
like the player in the podcasts,
Oh, that one.
in
Okay.
the chat too. We use that in the chat.
And I mean, we're updating to build 81 or React Native 81 in that new one,
No,
right? Or
no,
82.
no. It's 79, not the 81.
Oh, we're going to 79 still. Okay. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. And then that will have a flag to turn on or off the new architecture, right?
Yes, and it's an on for us.
And it's on for us. Okay. And then if it's stable there, then it's safe to say we can later go on to like 81 or
Well,
82
I tried
after
to do
install.
that. Yeah, I tried to do that. I've seen some weird stuff, so I was like, okay, we'll just stick to 7 because 81, 82 is still a little bit new, and
Yeah.
with this React Native stuff, you have to give it like I don't know 6 months, a year after that to have things stable for you. So it's like we have other dependencies. We have Firebase. Like the first thing that breaks when I do a React Native update, it's Firebase. It's always like if you want to go to the latest, it's always going to be Firebase breaking. Uh,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of native code. So you have to give it a lot of time for all the dependencies catch up and fix all like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah
No, I mean, I'm
yeah.
just saying, as long as we can turn that flag on because it looks like React Native is, well, I'm sure you heard 82 now only supports the new architecture, so you can't
Yeah.
even like the flag doesn't even work on it. So
Hmm.
that means they're gonna start push or pressuring people to move away from the old one and only use the new one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, as long as we have the flag on, that means there's still gonna be problems, as you said. It's just gonna be a little bit smoother to
Hmm.
upgrade.
So, so
So
you
yeah,
know that that library is in alpha for the podcast player stuff. So
yeah, yeah.
if,
It's yeah.
which one were we using then?
That's what we're using, and we just
Been
updated
in
it.
alpha this whole time?
No, no, no. Like the old versions for the old architecture, it was
Oh,
not alpha.
oh,
It's like the popular one for like tracks and plain tracks. It's like
So let me add more to that, John. So what's happening is right now in the React Native world, in the new builds right now, like 82 that just came out, they only use the new architecture. Period. Like right now in the older builds, you can have a flag to set it true or false.
mm-hmm.
But now going forward, you can only use the new architecture and build 82 and up. So what that means is any library in the past that didn't support this new architecture, now they're forced to support it. So any library that which was the majority of them, or I would say a good chunk of them, did not support the new architecture. Now they're all racing to try to have their library support it, or else people won't be able to use it. So that's why, for example, this track player one, and this is an example of many, it didn't support the new architecture, and now they're forced to, and now they're trying their best to get it to work so that people can start using it again. So we're gonna see
And if we
use
have our flag
case.
on, it's not like we can selectively use the older architecture for that,
Well, in
library,
the current build we have, we can selectively use it,
but
but
not per library. Like it would
well,
be all,
no. Like no, look, we can turn off, on or off the new architecture, and if we turn it off, we can still use the old library, no problem.
but
Where
just
if we
that.
turn that flag on,
But I
then we
mean,
do
like,
have that problem.
I'd want to use the new architecture,
No,
like
it's yeah, I get it, John. It's all in or nothing. Like
all.
when you enable the new architecture for your project,
Yeah.
like
So
if
then it
any
means
code.
we have
Mhm.
to wait for them to come along with their updates.
Yeah, that's like they did this alpha thing. It's a month ago,
Okay.
so and it's like and it's there's progress there. It's not like they just did it and forget it, but
Mhm.
there's progress there. So in this soon they might like release a stable one. But
But
yeah, I
will
went there.
it would,
I did. Mm-hmm.
you're saying it would break?
No, I said like there were like there's progress on it.
Yeah. But I mean, if we implemented it today, is it buggy?
It depends on the use case. That's why I was like went with it and I released the build with it so we can test it and see how it's gonna be for. It could be like buggy in, for example, if you are doing a music player like the full fledged music player, it might be buggy for you. But if you're just like a one track, you do a next. I don't know if it's a simple users might not break. That's why I did it. So
Hmm.
we can test it and see if it's
Okay.
gonna break or not.
Okay. So we'll find out. Okay. What else were you saying?
Um, Yeah, that's all. I just noticed like there was like an increase of the app size. It was like 8 megabytes for Android.
Hmm.
So if we
It
use
increased by 8 gigabytes
no
or
megabytes,
megabytes.
yeah. So if a user normally now install the app, it was like a 50 megabytes from the Google Play Store,
Hmm.
and now it's gonna be 88. Or sorry, 58. I mean, it's like an 8 megabyte addition to for a
It's
user to
just
download.
the React Native architecture is a larger file. Is that right?
It produced a larger app size. It
Okay.
increased by 8 megabytes.
I see. Is that okay?
I mean, yeah, like it just that's what the user gonna install.
Like
It's
it's
not.
smaller than Snapchat, I think, right?
I think they're. I mean, aren't they? Well, still in beta, but they're working on like this new what was it called? Um, uh, the new engine is supposed to lower the bundle size by like 10 or 15%. Um, it starts with the H. I forgot what it's called. But I think the only problem with that is that
The Hermes.
Hermes, yeah. Hermes is
That's what
pretty
we're
new.
using. No, that's what we've been using. Like Hermes is not the only engine, but like it's the one engine for React Native. So
Mm, but I think they have a different one that they're working on, still in beta, which is supposed
maybe
to
like
reduce.
you're referring. Yeah, they're calling it Hermes static. That's different. I'm not sure if it had any
No,
size.
I think there's one that was calling something version 1. That's what they called it, and I'm sure
Yeah,
the
yeah,
main reason
it
for that
like the
was,
more yeah, I know, yeah,
you
the
know,
Hermes V1 like the most changes like to have that Hermes static feature on which it like fasters your app like it makes your app like in terms of JavaScript engine it's gonna be faster but still I'm not sure if there is like size benefits like app size benefits to there but like
I heard there's gonna be like, or from what I saw, I read it, there's supposed to be
Mhm.
like if like a good 5%, maybe smaller or something like that. Maybe, and then, but again, it's still a beta, so I wouldn't recommend using it yet.
Yeah,
But after it's more stable, then maybe it will solve this problem.
yeah, and we're using Expo, and right now it's not even on Expo radar. So once it's gonna be stable, Expo for sure they're gonna like have it included in their SDK, and we will not have to do anything to have it.
Yeah, yeah,
Same
that's
with
true.
new Pixel.
So Expo right now, the latest one they support is was it 79?
No, it's like 81, I guess, with the SDK 54, 54. Yeah.
54, 55. Okay, 54. Okay, and we're upgrading to 53.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Man, I wish React Native and Expo would find a way to make these upgrades easier. It seems like React Native has come such a long way. The only tedious thing now is like up switching between versions is still a pain. So if they can somehow mainstream that, make it easier, that would be honestly that would be
Well, they
great.
went like through a long way. Like they did a lot of like this the pre-build we're doing where you can delete the iOS folder, Android folder, and it's gonna be regenerated every time. That was not a thing. And if you want
That's true.
if you wanted to do an update, you have to go manually update the native files. That was like
Yeah, trust me.
um,
I remember.
crazy.
I had to implement my first job React Native with native. Like we didn't it wasn't even a full on React Native. It was mainly
Mhm.
native and we added React Native features to it. So it was
Yeah.
tough.
So yeah, it gets nicer and nicer. And now it happens where doing this new architecture, so of course it's not going to be straightforward. A lot of things
Yeah.
where
And I think we should see a good memory slash speed boost here as well. Like we should take up less memory and we should see a faster overall. I think the animations should play a little smoother with this upcoming or with this new build. I don't
Hopefully,
know.
hopefully we get the new library and everything working. I guess we have to have the new library, right?
Yeah, I think one of the main things like the performance we're gonna see is memory drop. Like it's gonna our app is gonna use less memory, and it should have better refresh rate. Like it should or less frame drop, I should say. So I think the animation should look a little smoother.
That's cool. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure everything will be a little more optimized and running better. After we got to work out the bugs too, but
yeah.
we'll, we'll get there. So what else do you have to do? I mean,
Honestly, I'm waiting on you folks like to test the new build, so I'll be working on optimizing it more and more and like fixing all the bugs that we might encounter.
okay, yeah,
Other
just
than that, I'm finishing reviewing Ismail's PR. Yeah, and just to comment on Todd's comment from Slack, about like the nav bar that's in the map. Yeah, we didn't like it was asking like if we decided to have the nav bar always on that screen. No, we did not. Like when we were working on it, it was only onboarding, and
mm,
that was like the first phase, like just to see how it's gonna feel, how it's gonna be. It's gonna be breaking anything, and we gradually introduce it to other screens. For example, like the map screen here. If that's how we want it, if we want the navbar to be always on top, and the solution that we have right now, it's working for onboarding fine. That means it will probably work for all the other screens. So
so is it currently on the map? Is that what Todd
no,
was saying?
it's not. No, no, it's not.
On the map.
We never worked on it to be in the map. It's only on board.
It's kind of nice not having it on the map.
So, but like,
It
it's a thing for
there's
Android.
interference with the some circles buttons
If
on the
the
screen.
when the navbar is present,
Yeah.
but it's not automatically present.
No, it's present.
Oh, it
We
is.
can
It's
we can
just
hide it with the code, but the user can bring him back anytime, and it's gonna interfere with
Sure. Okay, yeah. So okay, so it is there permanently, and it's blocking some buttons or something.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's just gonna be.
You prefer to have it there though, right, Todd?
you know I'm used to it always being there in other apps as well. So I kind of expect it to be there, but I mean, if we're doing something a little bit different, I almost think looking at it and playing with it, like in its current state, is not ideal. It either needs to be hidden, or so it's not in the way
Hmm.
at all, or it's permanently up but doesn't interfere with the buttons.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
like if it's hidden, how you gonna exit the app, for example? If you wanna exit the app, how you gonna exit
Oh,
it?
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was thinking you'd swipe up to try and get it back.
Yeah.
Which will get in the way again anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Hmm. Okay. Um.
Well, real quick, it doesn't get in the way of the use of the Android nav bar. The Android nav bar always takes precedence. So whatever's behind the Android nav bar, you can't hit the circles option. But if the nav bar is down, then I have complete access to the circles screen,
I see.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Um. Well, perhaps we should have it always there just to be safe, and it's kind of the standard.
Yeah, it is.
So, um, all right, we'll talk about it more this afternoon.
Yeah, it's not critical necessarily, but something to consider.
Y- Yeah. I mean, did you end up fixing on the iPhone where the notch was too low and then the inputs, the message input was like a little too low?
Can you watch the Dixer?
Um, well, it was in the last build. Remember? Well, actually, you were showing me. It was actually on your.
That's
Im-
the new architecture.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's fixed too. Yeah, before I did the build, I fixed that too.
Okay. Cool. 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 All right. Well, then I guess we need to get to testing and let you know where we need some fixes. Did you have
Mhm.
anything more to add?
No, that's all fine.
Okay. All right. Great. I'll get it installed and start testing on it right away. Um, okay. Then I think that's good for now. Anybody need anything? Anybody have any questions?
Um, I mean, I kind of want to go over the streak a little bit if you have time. Other people can drop. Might need Jerry though,
Mhm.
if you're free, because I have. Yeah, I see. This is a whole refactor. This is not just adding the buy.
Yeah. Well, when you say refactor, the streak's kind of basic right now.
Well,
Like
when I mean refactor, I mean like we're adding a bunch of new things.
we're
Like
adding.
we
Yeah.
have the calendar, we have the
Yeah.
streak management, we have the squad, we have a whole bunch of things that I don't know what they do or where they're coming from.
Right.
So again, maybe if you have time, it could be later on whenever you have time, or whoever is
Let's
familiar with this.
now's a good time. We can get Danny and Todd and Chantel as well. And Jerry, do you have some time to look at it from the back end perspective?
Yeah, I'm just here kind of eating in the background.
Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. But Danny, can you get
Yeah.
Chantel
Yeah.
and okay. So yeah, Ahmet and Amin, why don't you guys go ahead and drop and we'll catch up with you later.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we can look at maybe I don't know who wants to share this. Maybe we'll have Chantel share it.
She's on her way.
Okay. All right, we'll wait for her. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Hey, Chantel, how's it going? Good morning.
What'd you say, Danny?
I said, hey, how's it going? Good morning.
Oh, hi. Good morning. Good.
Will you share your screen with the street?
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah.
You can? Okay, good. Oh, cool.
maybe we can start on this. In terms of, I just have a few questions real quick. Uh, so I'm assuming that that at the top is just going to be the same one we have, like the bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
If I do this, can you see my mouse? Because
Yep. Yep,
yeah.
I see it.
So this is same.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Change the color a little bit here. Um, this is the streak flame. Now the share. How would that? What would that do?
So I don't know if we want to take the time to implement that, but we had a couple. Oh, I think it's on my other drive. One sec.
And if we don't want to implement it on the first run, maybe we don't include it.
Yeah. These designs were made a couple of years ago. And so we were going for like the full effect and not like right now of what we're doing. So we may have to like strip it down so that it's the easiest. But yeah, so we had a couple different designs and it depend on like how far you were in your streak to be able to get it to share. And we had a couple of these designs. Or if you were at a lower day streak, and then if you were at a higher day streak, it would have like an animation here with like all of the confetti and stuff.
Okay, and these stuff, we still want these or not? Not yet. Like we're gonna hold off on these, right?
From my understanding, we were gonna do the quickest, simplest thing first.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, I guess when John's back, we'll ask him, but maybe the share we'll hold off on that until we.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the other
back.
thing.
Looks like you added that clock yesterday, Chantel.
No, actually, that was one that I had added a couple of months ago.
Okay, so you just didn't show me. The one you showed me yesterday did not.
Yeah.
Have it. Okay.
Right. Yeah. And then I put in the notes to put in a clock, and then I found this already had the clock in it. And then we had talked about adding the price, and I saw this one already had it. So I'd already made the things we talked about. But I know that this may end up changing based off of our requirements that we discussed yesterday.
What was that? What requirements?
Well, we'll have to go through those together. It was more like ideas for potential requirements on when you can how long you can freeze a streak for, stuff like that. Do we have any notes for what we talked about months and months ago when we designed this for how it would work?
Well, we went over this stuff 2 years ago, and I don't have notes on that except for like a couple of little design things.
This isn't 2 years old. I know it's been a while, but
yeah, because I dated it. Huh. It's one of the weird things I do is like when it comes to a calendar, I date it in the design. So that would have been a design from 2023.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Street Squad. When did we add this?
So this is all our badges we already have in the app that are all related to your streaks. So like your streaker, that one we've had, like all of these we already have in the app. And we had taken a lot of this from another app. Like I basically just had taken it and circleified it.
Okay.
And it was one that Danny had sent me. I think it was a golf one that he was using. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, we took it, and it's all our current badges. And so, like, there was a lot of other things that we had looked at too of potential ways to incorporate that and being able to set a goal, and then it will give you like these like extra designs. Let me pull up that again. Is this it for the goal? I think this is it for the goal. Okay, yeah. So you could like make a goal to earn your next badge, and then you can like commit to it. And like we had all these other kind of cutesy designs that would be like, you're so far from earning your next badge, you know.
Okay. And this was from that same period of time.
Yeah, that's from 2 years ago. Like it's from so far back ago, it's not in Figma because it's in like a really, really old sketch design that it didn't even have the layers and couldn't even get
Oh.
translated in here. So I took screenshots.
Okay. Are there additional ones? I feel like we're missing some.
Yeah, there's other ones. Ones
Yeah, let me see.
blah, blah, blah. I thought I still had it open.
Okay.
I don't know what that. Oh, that's our stuff from yesterday. Okay.
So okay, so there's some of this is important, like that modal where you like activate it, like
Yeah, so from what I remember on the Activate, that was because we were going to give people some opportunities to be able to earn them, earn the streak freeze or the streak repair, and then you could claim it and then activate it when you needed it. And then I also, where's the other? Hang on.
I think we should
Is it
start.
just below? Oh, it's just below. Okay, here we go. And then this is what it would look like if you were not eligible for a streak repair because you didn't miss a streak. So you can, it
Yeah.
would just show the streak freeze. You can claim it and then you can get it. It tells you a little bit about what it is.
Okay. So some of this I think needs to make it over to Figma, and then just right now we should just worry about freezing the streak and rebuying the streak. So, which is pretty much what we're looking at here, except we don't need to set goals for the streak or anything like that right now.
Okay.
Or maybe we could share on social media at another time. But for now, really,
Yeah.
the two main things are freezing it and then rebuying it.
Should we
It's-
leave off
Yeah.
the badges too for now?
Yeah, because I mean, they don't make sense to me quite how they're laid
Well,
out.
it should say streak badges
Right.
instead of streak squad, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we
I mean, we
want the
could-
calendar or remove the calendar?
Um.
Is
you can't interact with it, right? It's just like a visual.
With
I mean, I guess
this?
you could, yeah. Like maybe you could
So-
change month, but you can't like block off any days or anything. Or maybe you could with the. Is that what it was?
Yeah, with the freeze. Yeah.
Okay. Or we could just make it where you freeze it for like 3 days, like where you don't necessarily need a calendar. But I like the design we went with. So can you zoom in a little bit on this calendar? Okay. Yeah. Why don't you lay this out to where we had it originally designed so I can see the flow of like each step, how we had it designed at first. I mean, I see steps, but I don't see all the steps. Like, is that calendar always there? Or is that calendar only there because the free streak button was hit?
Oh, yeah, that was just one of the designs that we were considering on if we were going to have a calendar or not.
Do we
And
have
this was just a visual so that you could see, like, get that good feeling of, like, yeah, look at all these days in a row I did. Or you could be like, oh, I missed those days.
do we have an alternate design where there is no calendar, but there's still freeze?
No, not with the freeze. It was just with the badges on it.
Okay. Maybe do you have the original sketch designs where they're laid out like in order and everything?
Just what I showed you.
But they were those were all out of order and there's like various screenshots. Like you don't have one continuous flow from
Mm-mm,
sketch?
mm-mm.
We had that.
Yeah. We don't have a sketch account anymore. And uh,
Yeah.
so I can't access those.
So where are they? How did you get those screenshots?
I had a view only access because I did a free trial to be able to get them.
So we have a view access?
I did, but not anymore.
Did when?
Questions.
When I was trying to get the designs for the
Yesterday?
street.
Yesterday or a month ago or 6 months ago or a year ago or
Oh, I don't know. It was before Ismail went on to his trip.
okay, so
Before
not
then.
so not yesterday.
Did you get all of them?
Yeah. Yeah, I just screenshotted all the designs. Like as they were.
Why don't we have access to Sketch anymore?
We don't have an account with them anymore because it's a paid account
Yeah.
and we don't use Sketch anymore and haven't used Sketch in over a year, so we didn't want to pay for it.
Okay, but we do have files.
I had the files. Yeah, I have the files. I just can't open them.
I see. Okay. I'd like to see everything we had laid out.
And just get another trial and open them.
Or just like how much is a
Or just
one
pay
month
for membership. Yeah,
membership?
can't be much. $30.
Yeah, I think we should. Like we have an incomplete picture, and
Okay.
so yeah, I don't want to guess or cobble it together in an imperfect way. So everything is exactly how we would have left it, right?
Uh, no, I'll just be straight with you. No, because those designs are so old, and haven't been kept up. A lot of the things got like broke. Like certain links and pictures and formatting and all of that because it hadn't been kept updated with the latest versions. Now those designs are in such an old version, like they may not be what we thought they were.
At some point, didn't we migrate every design from Sketch into Figma?
Yeah, so that's what I thought, right? Because I remembered the same thing, but I think it was in its own sketch screen. I think I've got a sketch.
Okay. Well, I think we should find answers to all these questions and get as much as we can recovered.
Okay.
I was just telling Ismail before you got on the call that we already have everything all designed and it's laid out. It's pretty straightforward. But
Well, we never fully designed or decided on anything with that, even back then, because we were trying to decide, okay, do we want this to be red? And we were looking at like all that kind of stuff. We never had at any point like a full flow.
But we did with the top level function of freezing and rebuying it, which I mostly see here. But there's some steps missing, like how do you get to this? And um, how does that calendar
Is this
function?
clicking on the flame on your profile?
Yeah,
It
but
replaces that.
one of them has a calendar and one of them doesn't. And so
Yeah.
there's some missing pieces. And the top level function is all we really need right now. Is the main things would be freezing the streak and then rebuying it if it expires. And we had that. We were going further with it in some ways, like we showed some of that other stuff, but that wasn't finalized. And I don't think it's necessary. I think I don't want to add more complications for people. I just want to keep it simple. So see what you can recover, and
Okay.
let's try and put it together just in a simple way to the user can freeze the streak and buy it back when they lose it. And I thought we had some notes too about you can buy it back the first time for like $4.99. You can buy it back the second time for like $20 or something like that. I don't remember exactly what our numbers were, but I thought we had some notes written down on that. And I thought we had decided whether we were going to do this calendar idea or just be able to buy a streak freeze for like 3 days or something like that. Like, because that's the most straightforward. If it just says like freeze your streak for 24 hours, something like that. Rather
Yeah.
than the calendar, but I'd like to see where we left it off so I'm not guessing.
Okay.
All right. Well, go ahead and do that. We're going to meet over at McClellan, right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll jump in the shower and start getting ready. So, I mean, Ismail, the main thing really is and Jerry, the two functions are being able to freeze a streak for X amount of time and then being able to resume it if it expires. And then some window of time where you're allowed to resume it. Like we're not going to give you indefinite time to resume it, but maybe 24 hours. Let's start with something basic for now, but we can always change it to 48 hours or whatever. But you'll have like say a 24-hour window to buy it back.
Okay. So I guess the whole redesign with the calendar and all that, we're not going to do any of that yet. Because none of that's implemented.
Right. And I want to see where we left off in Sketch if possible.
So hold off on it.
Yeah.
So I guess in terms of the whole design that I have right now, just keep it as is at the moment. But we want to add the buy. But if in order for the buy to work, it looks like it's gonna look like those cards that we saw. That's how they're gonna look. So I'm assuming I'm gonna have to make that screen a scrollable screen.
Well, you only have like a couple options because you can only rebuy it one at a time. Like you can't rebuy it 3 times on one screen because it only expires one at a time. So the rebuy will be one button, right? One little card.
You have a card that says freeze and a card that says streak repair.
Right. So now there's only 2 cards.
Correct, but the screen as we have it right now, it already takes up the full, like the current design already takes up the full screen, even on an iPhone.
The one you made?
No, this is our current design. If you right now, if you go to view your streaks, it looks
in the app.
And in the app, it takes up the full screen. Now I'm a little confused where I go from there, right? Like
you can go off the more compact design that Chantal was showing, where there's
just not the calendar.
Yeah,
for now.
Yeah, exactly. The clock is
And
somewhere up towards the top. Yeah. And
Okay,
then
so I'll have that there. Okay, so at the moment I'll have that small card. I'll refactor it to look like the one in Figma, plus the two cards which says streak management. Those two cards will be there, and that's it.
Yeah.
For now.
For now, yep. That'll get
Okay.
us the functionality we need. Cool. Okay, great. And
Okay,
then
cool.
hopefully Chantel can recover some of that, piece it together as best you can, and see if we can rebuild it how we had it. I mean, it's close. We'll get it. I want to get it just right for you. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay. All right. Well, let me know how it goes. I'll be available later if you need anything. So, just reach out.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Chantel. Let us know how it's going there, and if you need us to review anything.
Let me know if you need
Okay.
my card for the sketch account.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll catch up with you in a couple hours.
Yep, sounds good. See you guys later.
You
See ya.
said.
Okay.